Hello, Aries. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecast. I hope you're all doing well. This is a general love and life reading focused on the second half of January 2020. General as always, guys, so it's not going to resonate with every Aries tuning in. So please do take from this whatever makes sense for you and release what doesn't. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And just a side note, guys, that I am fully booked through January 20th. And I'll also have a list of all of the card decks that are used for this reading, Aries. All right, guys, so let's get started. What I have in front of me are a couple of card decks that we'll be using for focus messages. And then we'll see what the rest of the messages are that want to come through for this particular reading for you, Aries. So we'll start off with this deck. This is the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection deck. So let's take a look and see what focus message I'm able to tap into from this particular deck. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. All right, guys, let's take a look. Which one I'm guided to. There's messages on both sides here, and they're sticking together, as you can see. Okay, let's see here. I'm guided to this one. You were born with that it quality. You know, that special thing perhaps that you've always known that you've had, that special it factor, and perhaps this is the year to take advantage of that quality for yourself, Aries. The message on the back reads, do you want to know what's really beautiful? Confidence. Do you want to know what's really powerful? Persistence. Do you want to know what's really sexy? And it says, please, I know about sexy, not needing to be needed. And if still they don't notice your good looks, your strength, and your sachet, could you feel more sorry for them? So this deck definitely has a little bit of humor to it, but the main message is you were born with that it quality. And if that's something that you recognize within yourself, that's a good thing. And perhaps other people around you are picking up off of that as well. So there's something very special about the qualities that you bring forward, Aries. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this with an additional message from the Whispers of Love deck for this reading for the second half of January 2020. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. Let's grab one additional focus message and see where the rest of this reading goes. Much better, not sticking together. Okay, here we are. Receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. You know, we just came out of the holiday season, so perhaps during the holidays you received something very special from a loved one or a special someone, and that's their way of showing you how much they care for you, how much they love you, how much they appreciate you. So that's a beautiful card, and perhaps that's something that you extended to somebody that you cared for as well. So two beautiful focus messages to start off with. All right, Aries, let's continue. Let's see what else is coming in for you for the second half of January. This is the Mystic Moon Oracles. We'll start off with that. And I wanted to incorporate some brand new decks that I was gifted from Amy from Calico Moon Oracle. Perhaps you guys are familiar with your channel or her channel. And if you're not, definitely check it out and throw some love her way. So let's start off with the Mystic Moon Oracles and let's see what messages we can grab first and foremost for the second half of the month. So angels and spirit guides for Aries. What's going on in love and in life? Self-worth. Beautiful. So if you've been struggling with that, Aries, it's a time for you to rediscover your self-worth. And it's interesting how we started off with you were born with that it quality. Maybe you forgot about that, and this is reminding you how special you are, and to be able to see the value within yourself, to tap into your self-confidence. Perhaps this is the year for you to really create a lot of movement in your life to manifest what it is that you're focused on, your goals, your dreams, a relationship, whatever it is. There are cycles that are represented in this reading. So I feel here for you, Aries, that certain cycles need to phase out, and you need to allow those cycles to come to completion so that you can start over someplace else or with someone else. I feel that there are certain cycles that are coming to an end here. It's the beginning of a brand new year, and I do feel that there are endings that need to happen in order for new beginnings to get moving in your life at this time. That's what I'm tapping into from that. We do have Metamorphosis. So this is telling us, Aries, that there's a lot of changes that are either already happening in your life. You might have started this metamorphosis the latter half of 2019, and that momentum is continuing for some of you. Or this is the year to really start making those necessary changes to allow those cycles to come to completion so that you can welcome in the next chapter of your life. And look at this. We've got big dreams. You were born with that it quality. Make those big dreams happen in 2020, Aries. Part of what it is that you are dreaming about is union with someone. That if you guys are not together at this time, if you're in separation, that's a part of what it is that you're wanting to manifest, possibly this year. Let's see where this goes. Let's grab an additional message from, I'm going to choose the Pining Rose Love Oracle deck by Amy from Calico Moon. So let's see. Let's go ahead and see what else we can uncover in this reading for you, Aries. Angels and spirit guides for Aries for the second half of January 2020. What else do we need to know here for Aries? So far, I see some big changes that are about to happen in your life. What else do we need to know? In love, in life. What else do you need to work on or be aware of at this time? Whoa, we've got vows. A union and vows. So perhaps some of you guys, however specific this might be, perhaps you've just recently gotten married, or you're thinking about proposing marriage to somebody, especially if you are divine masculine. And it's just energy, so it can really be for anybody, male or female, certainly. Perhaps you didn't have the confidence before, Aries, to propose marriage if you happen to be resonating with that, or you were recently proposed to, is what I'm feeling here. The other interpretation of that message is that you guys are planning a wedding and getting ready to share those vows with each other sometime this year. Look at this. A new beginning. A cycle needs to phase out and come to an end, and here you are with a new beginning. So I feel part of the metamorphosis here for you, Aries, is that it's out with the old and in with the new. In all areas of your life, not just your love life, I feel. That's beautiful. You have fate right after that. This is a fated connection, a fated partnership. Wow. For those of you who are, of course, not resonating with the whole marriage and proposal message, because that's not for everybody, I just feel that for some of you guys, you're looking at this new year as a new opportunity to start over in certain aspects of your life, whether that's tied into your love life or some other area of your life that has been stagnant and there just hasn't been a whole lot happening there. You have a brand new beginning here. So allow things to phase out, whatever it is that needs to go. Let that close out along with 2019, and here you are with a brand new year, a new beginning. For those of you who are single, there's the potential to start over in your love life as well. And with that Fate card right next to it, You just might end up meeting someone who ends up being your destined partner in this lifetime. You never know. The potential is here. For some of you, that could be a part of these big dreams, especially if things just haven't been going well in your love life, especially. There's the potential to start over and make that once in a lifetime type connection here. We've got lust right after that, and it's interesting how it falls right below big dreams. And if you have a particular lust for life, for these big dreams that you want to manifest, when we lust for something, we want it big time. We're focused on it, we want it, can't think of anything else. And part of those big dreams for some of you is, of course, tied into a person that you're wanting. And that includes sexual desires, of course. For those of you who are missing someone that you are in separation from at this time, look at this next card. There is the potential for a reunion here, falling right below union. Okay, so at one point in time, maybe you guys were together, went into separation, and you still thinking about this person, Aries. There's a potential to come back and reunite. There is a potential to come back. Look at this next card. Thinking of you. I feel actually, Aries, that you're both thinking of each other still. But I feel really strongly here that whoever it is that you're focused on for this reading, Aries, they are heavily still thinking about you. And they might have even pictured a life with you long term, as far as building a life with you, marrying you, building a family together, the whole 9 yards. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot messages. Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. Let's see what else we can add to this. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries for the second half of January 2020. What else do we need to know in love and life? All right, let's see what else. What else needs to come through here? Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. Please bring forward whatever else we need to know. We do have the Knight of Wands, passionate adventure. So this is fire energy, Leo, Aries, of course, your own energy, as well as Sagittarius. It's indicative of a passionate adventure in the upright. But this Knight of Wands did come up in the reverse, so that's how I'm going to have to read that. So the Knight of Wands in the reverse is somebody who can be a little bit impulsive. They might have a temper. They could be reckless or have that feeling of recklessness in how they conduct themselves. And if this is somebody that you're focused on, Aries, it's coming through here. And or this could be a part of your own energy, since it is fire and that's a part of your own vibration. If what brought you guys into separation, Aries, is you guys had an argument and you got angry at this person, could be tied into that, but it's still coming forward as a fated connection here. And perhaps that's why we've got that metamorphosis coming through here, because there are changes that need to happen in order for you guys to come back together. There's a reason why you guys are not together at the moment, if there is distance between the two of you. But I am picking up here that you're both still thinking about each other. The desire to reunite is certainly here. And maybe you did something impulsively that drove a wedge between the two of you at that time, Aries. That's for some of you. You could also be thinking of a fellow fire sign here, not air. I was going to say air. Well, it could be an air sign for some of you guys. But yeah, it could be a fellow fire sign that you might be focused on for this reading. We do have the 10 of Pentacles right after that. Ultimate achievement. That is earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus for some of you. The Ten of Pentacles is tapping into wealth and establishment. So in regard to your money matters, this is a brand new year. It's falling right below cycles, falling right below new beginnings. So if you've been struggling, that is a phase, a chapter of your life that you can actually allow to come to completion and welcome in this new beginning and new opportunities that can improve your financial status heading forward into 2020. This could be a raise in pay, certainly, or a promotion, or even a change or a new beginning in some other endeavor that you've been wanting to partake in, Aries, however way that's resonating. But it does tap into your wealth. And wealth can be representative of so much more than money. It could be your health. It could be your relationship with your family. It could, of course, be tied into this reunion that you're wanting with someone that you are in separation from. It could be representative of so much. And if what you're looking for in your life is to establish yourself, whether financially, in your career, in a marriage for some of you, or a relationship of commitment, however way you want to establish yourself and to just possibly settle down, this is giving you the opportunity to make all of that happen. We do have the Nine of Swords right after that, so there is that air energy that I was picking up off of. This Nine of Swords is all about self-sabotage and somebody who's losing sleep over what's going on here, something that they're feeling overwhelmed by, having nightmares, kind of just getting in their own way emotionally, in their headspace, in their heart space. And Swords is air, so it could be a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini that's focusing on you and still thinking about you, Aries. But they're definitely losing sleep over this, especially if you guys are not together. For one thing, it's a destined partnership, and they're still feeling drawn to you. And it's falling right below Metamorphosis, so perhaps they are working on themselves so that they can stop self-sabotaging, so that they can stop losing sleep over what's going on here and just get their mind right so that they can finally take action towards you to create this reunion if that's what needs to happen here. And this is also a person who might be depressed, or they might be dealing with anxiety. Okay, we've got the Emperor right after that. So here's our Divine Masculine coming through, ready to take action here. It's falling right below big dreams and lust. And I feel my Divine Masculine has potentially some very lustful thoughts about the Divine Feminine, certainly. Thinking of you. So if you happen to be Divine Feminine, Aries, your Divine Masculine is definitely thinking about you, missing you. You are a part of their dreams. They want to come back. They want a reunion. Interesting how we have the Devil coming through here as well, followed by the Eight of Pentacles, which is more earth energy. So that Devil card is tapping into Capricorn, and it is tied into obsession. And so your person, Aries, might be a Capricorn, and they might be heavily thinking about how to manifest this reunion to the point where they just can't stop thinking about it. And maybe that's why they're losing sleep over this. It's almost like they want it so badly that they can't stop thinking about it and just focusing all of their energies to that. And it's stressing them out. Part of the Devil energy too is stagnation. So since there hasn't been a whole lot of movement in the connection for some of you, I feel this person's just going batshit crazy, like they can't take it. They feel that broken link between the two of you, and it's driving them crazy. It's like they want nothing more than to reach out to you to reconcile, manifest this reunion, They are heavily thinking about you. They're losing sleep over not being with you, possibly having nightmares over what they've done if they continue to self-sabotage the process or the healing process of coming back together with you. Perhaps my divine masculine is just being a little bit antsy here and unable to have the patience to just see this unfold at the right time that it's meant to happen. The devil too is tied into addictions. So if your person, Aries, has been battling addictions of any sort, whether that's alcoholism or substance abuse, gambling, whatever, you know, there's so many vices that we could be obsessed with and engaging codependency towards. And part of that codependent energy too could be somebody, again, who's obsessed with you. That is a part of codependent energy, is to be obsessed with somebody. And the devil is a person who still has a lot of love for you, Aries. They know they've lost you. You guys are not together at this time, but in their heart space, I mean, that flame is still burning, you know, and we've got that lust energy coming through here. Obsession is what I'm feeling from this person for you. And they want nothing more than for this reunion to happen. That is all a part of that devil energy. They really hope that they could start over with you. And I mean, it's not impossible because we've got a new beginning that is indicated here, but there are certain cycles that need to phase out. There are cycles that need to come to completion, and they just need to hang in there if ultimately what they're wanting is that reunion. We do have the 8 of Pentacles right after that, which is Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, once again. And it is telling us that this situation is going through its journey. There is a work in progress going on here. For those of you as well who are either in school or pursuing higher education or wanting to learn something new this year, that's also a part of that 8 of Pentacles. Whatever you choose to engage in, Aries, you will be very successful at it as long as you stick it out and don't give up on it. Don't give up on that big dream, whatever it is. And you will be able to maintain the momentum of the progress that the 8 of Pentacles is allowing you to have at this time. Okay, so let's add to this. Let me set these guys aside so I have a little bit more room. Let's add to this with some romance. Angels, Aries, and let's take a look and see where else this reading needs to go for you. So angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. What else do we need to know for Aries? Please bring it forward for the second half of January 2020. Already. There we are. Okay. We do have that unrequited love card coming through for some of you. And I feel that's tied into the cycles because there are certain relationships in your life, Aries, that need to come to an end. And part of the reason why that is for some of you is because you've had a change of heart about someone. And it does say there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I feel one chapter of your life has to come to an end in order to welcome in this new beginning with the person that you are meant to be with. That's coming through for some of you. We also have let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So if you're needing support in any way, shape, or form right now, especially tied into your love life, Aries, don't forget the people that are a huge part of your life. Friends, certainly, but family as well. They're there for you. Look at this next card. We've got wedding. And I really do feel for some of you, that's a part of these big dreams that you want to be able to build a life with this person. You can't get them off your mind. They're still thinking about you. They might even be obsessed with the thought of coming back to you and building a future, a marriage, a family together. For some of you, there are red flags that need to be addressed. You know, because when you think about it, there's a reason why you guys went into separation. There were red flags there that needed to be addressed at that time. So if you are going to be entertaining a reunion with this person, Aries, then you need to make sure that these red flags have been cleared out. And here we are again with free yourself, cycles needing to come to completion, whatever it is that you need to free yourself from. It's different for every person tuning in, and you'll know what it is that you need to do to take back control of your life, Aries. Okay, so take it for how it is resonating with you. You'll know for yourself, for your situation, what it is and who it is that you need to release. That is a part of the red flags that are coming forward here. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some dialogue messages from your person, Aries. This is the 5D Love Messages Oracle deck by Calico Moon Oracle. So let's grab some messages from here. It's either from your person, Aries, whoever it is you're focused on for this reading. It could also be from you if there's something that you've been wanting to say to this individual. So we'll go ahead and grab a few messages from this deck. And whichever one you are guided to accept, let's take a look and see what words, thoughts, feelings, emotions need to be expressed. Who needs to speak up here for Aries, please? Angels and spirit guides, please. Bring it forward. Who needs to speak up? Look at that. I miss the feel of you. Yeah, they really do, Aries. They're still thinking about you. And again, with that Devil card coming forward, there's an obsession here. For some of you, this might even be you, Aries, that's saying this. I have to move on. Yeah, you have to move on from people that no longer serve a purpose in your life, especially if you've had a change of heart in regard to a relationship that you know has to come to an end. Allow that cycle to phase out. Free yourself, take back control of your life so that you can have a new beginning with the person that you're meant to be with. Next card. I'm unsure of your feelings for me. Yeah, and that's why they're losing sleep over this. You know, they're freaking themselves out for nothing, I feel, because I'm feeling for some of my Aries, or most of you guys who are resonating with this, you still care for them. You still love them and would be open to that reunion. But because you guys are more than likely not communicating at this time, they really don't know where you're at. Look at this next message. Some of you guys might be able to resonate with that. I'm sorry I left you the way I did. And that as well could be contributing to the self-sabotage and the nightmares from the Nine of Swords, because they know that they caused the problems here. They're the ones that walked out. They ended up leaving you for whatever reason, and they regret it. They are feeling remorseful over that. Next message. I never told you how I really felt. Yet another regret. Yet another reason why they're losing sleep. It's like they've got all these things going through their head. It's like, oh my God, why didn't I ever tell them how I felt? You know, I love this person. Why didn't I ever say anything? You know, so they have a lot of things going through their head that's keeping them up at night. Let's grab one more. Look at this one. I won't be able to keep myself from reaching out much longer. So it's just a matter of time, Aries, before you hear from this person. Because, I mean, they're driving themselves crazy as it is, just thinking about you. This is a destined partnership. It's fated. They can't get you off their mind, still very much in their thoughts about you. And I feel for those of you resonating with this, you think about them as well. You miss them too. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some Lover's Oracle. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. Let's see what else needs to come through. For Aries, please. What else needs to come through for this reading for the second half of January 2020? Okay, that's quite a few, but we'll take them. We've got trust. We have friendship. There's that message, and there's that message. And I'm going to grab this bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, Aries. So what we have here, this very first message, trust, transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. And that's because you're not so tied down to the outcome of it. So you're allowing the universe to work on your behalf. If those mountains have to be moved, then trust that it will. But sometimes if you self-sabotage, as that Nine of Swords is tapping into that energy, you kind of prevent progress from happening. Okay? Next message is friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. And that goes for those of you who started off as really good friends first before turning into lovers, taking it further, exploring the romantic side of that connection. And sometimes you have to go back to square one. It's like, how did you guys end up starting the relationship? Especially if you're going through challenges, sometimes you have to go back to the beginning. And if you have to reconnect as friends again, that's what you got to do in order to bring about this reunion. And that's a part of the metamorphosis that is being represented there. The next message is freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Exactly. So not only do we have free yourself, it's time to take back control of your life, but we now have freedom telling you that nothing is in your way. So you can manifest these big dreams. Nothing is technically stopping you from going after anything that you want to manifest, Aries. Okay, the next message. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Absolutely. If you're being honest with yourself about the direction that you want to go, what it is that you're wanting in your life, and if you and the other person are certainly on the same page and they're being truthful with you, then you guys can actually create movement onto the same path and begin that journey together, because you guys are on very similar wavelengths at that point. Next message. Here we are again with acceptance. Okay, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Exactly. So it goes back to these cycles. Sometimes we got to accept things that are no longer serving a purpose in our life. And it's difficult, to see certain aspects of our life phasing out and letting things go, certain experiences, relationships. But everybody's got their own free will. And if it's time for you to move on, that is your prerogative, and whoever it is that you're dealing with that is no longer serving a purpose, they need to follow their own path as well. And it's interesting how it says there is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And this card says it's time to take back control of your life. And that's because you can only control yourself. You can only rely upon what it is that you want to manifest in your life, in your love life, in all areas of your life. All right, guys. So let's add to this. I am guided to pull some, hold on one second. I've got my cards all bunched up over here. All right, let's grab some messages from the Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Angels and Spirit Guides for Aries, please. Some additional messages for Aries for the second half of January, please. So whichever part of this reading is resonating with you, Aries, I do hope that it's offering you the clarity that you need. Beautiful card. We've got white, purity, innocence, safety, and light. And I feel here that this is a card all about blessings, and the angels are watching out for you at this time. They're making sure that you're safe, that you're being guided onto the path, onto the next phase of your life, Aries, so that you can welcome in these new beginnings, allow the metamorphosis and changes that you're working on to continue to happen and to unfold. Somebody's favorite color could be white as well. And whatever darkness overcame the situation here, I feel that this card from the angels is giving you the light and enlightenment that is needed in order to see things clearer and to have the clarity that you need. We also have apron, tapping into service. For me, this is tied into those of you who may have been struggling and finding a job, and perhaps the second half of the month, some of you might have the opportunity to start working again. And for some of you, it could be in the food industry, to where you have a job where it's required for you to wear an apron, something along those lines. But this is tapping into employment, job, career, okay? We have flame and eternity. So for some of you, you might be thinking that this person is your twin flame, your mirror soul, somebody that you see yourself spending your life with, wanting to build a future with this person, long term, you know, building a life, committing to one another. That forever kind of relationship. I feel for some of you guys, the way you feel about this person and or the way they feel about you, that their search is over, you are the one that they want. And as this card states, there is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So if you want to be together, there's nothing standing in the way. We do have profound lessons are at hand. 999. Completion of a cycle is near. Exactly. So that's confirmation here, Aries, that there are certain cycles that need to phase out, and you need to allow it to come to completion. Don't self-sabotage. Don't lose sleep over how this is all going to unfold in your life, because it's playing itself out the way it's meant to. And sometimes it can actually be a blessing in disguise. So allow the universe to work on your behalf. Okay, it knows what it's doing, and it's always paying attention, and it's always listening to the energies that you put out there. So make sure you're coming from a place of truth and positive vibrations. All right, guys. So let's add some healing messages to this. Let me set that aside over there. But yeah, this person wants to be able to build a life with you, Aries. And if you guys are on the same page, the way I feel you are, You will be able to manifest that new beginning. That is your next chapter, I feel, Aries, if you are resonating with this reading. All right, so angels and spirit guides, please bring forward healing messages for Aries for the second half of January 2020. There's a need for forgiveness. Look at that next card. Wow. There we are again. Confirmation of that freedom message. Wow, that's very telling. Okay. People that are phasing out of your life, that you had to either cut them out or distance yourself, or however way that's playing itself out. Sometimes people come into our lives and they hurt us. And when we're angry about the situation or towards the person, we are standing in our own way of progress. So forgive the situation, forgive the person if you can find it in your heart to do so, and just don't allow yourself to be the vessel for anger, for frustrations, or any negative vibes that might be tied into that experience. It's not that you're condoning what they did. It's just that you are offering forgiveness to the situation so that you can move on in peace. And that's where freedom comes in. And I feel it's crucial that it's coming through here twice to just pack a punch when it comes to this particular message. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be, Aries. So yeah, take back control of your life in whatever area you know you need to pay attention to it. Nothing standing in the way. Wow. All right, guys. So let's close out this reading with some final thoughts from the Guardian Angel deck. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. Some final thoughts to close out this reading for Aries for the second half of January 2020. Final thoughts from the angels, Aries. Final thoughts from the angels, from the guardian angels. Some final thoughts. There we are. And I'm going to grab this bottom card. Look at that. A positive outcome. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes. Whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. Exactly. What it is that you put out there energetically is what will come back to you. So don't self-sabotage. Put your mind space into a very positive light, and that's what you will attract back to you. That positive outcome. Not just in regard to your love life, but all areas of your life. We also have patience coming through here. Patience is required at the moment. You may feel that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there is a lot going on energetically. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively. Wait, let me read that again. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively. Let go and have patience. You will eventually realize that this whole event was in fact a blessing. Yes, all is perfect as it is. Trust, you are eternally loved and guided. Exactly. And I did mention that earlier, that there is a blessing in disguise going on here. So just have some patience to see this through, Aries. And I really feel that this year could offer you some true happiness in love and in your life. All right, guys. So that's where I'm going to leave it. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And again, just a reminder that I am fully booked through January 20th. I'll be back soon, guys, with more readings for you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you next time. Take care.